Hey loves, welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how I got this honey brown, honey blonde color. So let's hop into it. Here I'm showing you how I started out with my different sections. I have 3 sections in the back and my bang pieces section out in the front, and I have my closure sectioned off separately. And again, I always use sections when I'm bleaching or dyeing anything. It just makes the process easier and faster. Products that I'm using are the Blonde Me Bond Enforcing Bleaching Powder and some 40 volume developer bleach that I got both off of Amazon, and I will put the links to those products in the description box. I have my gloves and some pre-cut aluminum foil pieces. Now let's get into it. I'm taking the bottom section of my 3 sections that I had in the back, and I'm separating it into 2 subsections. So as you can see, I have the first section in my hand. So what I'm doing is the weaving method, I guess you could call it. And the pieces that I'm holding in my hand are the pieces that I'm going to highlight throughout the wig. I'll do this several more times so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. And with this Blonde Me powder bleach, you want to make sure that you are working extremely fast. And you saw that I started bleaching in the middle of the hair strands. That is a no, because this bleach works extremely fast. So you want to make sure that you're starting from the bottom and going up, because you're wanting your ends to be lighter than your roots, of course. But that's just a thing that I learned as I was doing this, that you just want to make sure with the Blonde Me bleach, you want to make sure that you're starting at the bottom and working your way up. And here you just seeing me making sure that I'm saturating the hair in the bleach completely, because these are the pieces that I do want to be extremely light. So I'm making sure that the bleach is covering the entirety of the hair. I'm going to pin that section up and start working on that larger subsection that I pulled the pieces from. I'm just going to slap the bleach on because there's no particular way that I want this to be colored. So I'm literally just working the bleach into the hair. No particular way or no particular order, but I am making sure that that all the strands are covered. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing to the second section. Again, taking the pieces that I want to be highlighted, I saturate them in the bleach, cover them with foil, pin them up, and then bleach the section under it. And I'll do that for the entire wig. So with my bangs, I want the entire piece to be blonde. So I don't want the black or brown roots. So I'm going to bleach that whole piece. As you can see, and I'm making sure that I again am saturating the entire bang. And you see me feathering it a little bit because I was a little undecisive at this point if I wanted to keep my roots dark or not, but I ended up going back in and bleaching again. And as you all can see, that bleach works super fast. So just make sure that you're working quickly so that you don't over process your hair. And here I'm just finishing up the top of the wig. And again, I'm doing the exact same thing I did in the previous clips. I'm going in and bleaching the entire section and then sectioning off my pieces that I want highlighted. So I did create the darker roots right here, but again, I'm gonna go back in and bleach the hair for a second time to give it a little more dimension and to kind of feather out my roots. And this is how the hair looked after I bleach it for the first time. As you can see, I have some dimension throughout the wig, even without the highlighted pieces being shown. And this is the second time I bleached it. I went back in and re-bleached the top of the wig because it did not get as light as I wanted it to. And then I re-bleached the ends of the bottom, as you can see. So yeah. And this is the wig after I washed it. I used the Shimmer Lights shampoo to wash it out. And these are the colors that I'm using. I'm using the light brown, the lightest golden brown, and the light ash brown. And here, you know, I like to mark my bottles just to make sure that I'm using the right color at the right time. As you can see a little bit on the roots here, that's where I went back in as well and re-bleached my roots when I decided that I wanted the entire wig to be the brown color. That's why you see the two-tone colors in the sections. So yeah, I'm just going again and putting the lightest golden brown on the entirety of the hair, and then I'm putting the light brown on the roots. And I decided to not have highlights in the back of the wig, so I just continued to bleach the entire back section in that light golden brown color. And also make sure that you have your towel so that you can wipe your hand in between colors. So yeah, this is me putting the light brown on the roots. And the reason that I didn't put the highlights in the back, because really you're not gonna see them. So make sure that you are saturating the hair in that dye, especially at the roots. As you can see that the roots are still kind of black, so you'll go from the black to the brown to the light golden brown. That's the ombre effect that I was going for. So yeah, just make sure you're saturating, and I used a piece of foil to separate my sections, just to make it easier and so that the color doesn't bleed into my next section. And in this section, you can see that my roots are not the best. Again, it doesn't matter because you're gonna go back over it with the box dye. So being that my roots were gonna be darker, I really didn't focus too hard on it. So here I'm picking up those highlighted pieces and I am dyeing those with the light ash blonde color, and I will foil them up separately. And you guys, that's pretty much all I'm doing. I'm repeating the same steps over and over until the wig is completely dyed. I am putting the light golden brown color on the majority of the hair. I'm putting the light brown on the roots, and I am using the light ash blonde to create my highlighted pieces. And that's all I'm doing. I'm doing that for the remainder of the wig. Yeah, so continue watching. This is how it looks after I finish the dyeing process. I think I let it sit for maybe 35 to 40 minutes. And this is what it looks like rinsed out. I use the Aussie Moist, Miracle Moist conditioner, and I let that sit for maybe 20 minutes and rinsed it out. And you guys, this is the color that it turned out to be. I love, 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 love it. But I will probably go back in and fix my roots so that it can blend a little bit better. But yeah, this is the look. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. And yeah, I guess I will see you all in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.